I'll wait for a second for everything to load up. I should be back on YouTube today. I was taken off of YouTube with a second strike for talking about some things from a couple of years ago that I had not spoken about for a couple of years, but it was picked up anyway. So it looks like I am back on today. But it also means because I am on Facebook and I'm also on YouTube that I'm going to have to speak in code. Okay. So some things that I might say, you're going, what? What are you talking about? Just know that that's why I'm doing it. Okay. So I'm looking to see if it's come up yet on Facebook. See if my live, yep. Okay. I am up. And so I'll go ahead and get started. Hey, good morning, Chesney. Good to see you. I wanted to talk to you today about, we've talked about a little bit in the past about my health and wellness journey. And if you missed the last video, you can go to Rumble, or you can also catch me here on Facebook and go back and look at the videos that I've done. But today I want to talk to you a little bit about children's health and wellness, okay? And what that means. And again, this is probably where I'm going to start speaking in code because some things that I'm going to say may not be appreciated across all platforms. Okay, let's put it that way. So I wanted to let you know that I have a new children's book out. It's called You're Not a Monkey, Billy. This is a book that I wrote and I also illustrated. These are my hand illustrations. These are not from, some mold or something that was already in existence. These are things that I've created. I'll show you a couple of the pages so that you can see some of the illustrations inside. Let me show you another one, different things inside. Okay, so why am I talking about a children's book? Well, I'll tell you. You might guess a little bit by looking at the title. This is giraffes, right? And the title is You're Not a Monkey, Billy. And let me just read to you the description of my book. It says, one day, Billy, a curious giraffe, while eating from his favorite tree, watched as monkeys were happily and playfully gliding from branch to branch by their hands, feet, and tails on a nearby baobab tree. Billy, not feeling special because he lacked the hands, feet, and tail, needed to swing through the trees, decided that he could only be happy if he became a monkey. So Billy set out on a journey to discover how he could become a monkey and have a healthy life. In the end, Billy discovered that he already held the key to his own happiness. And there is the back cover that I'm reading from. Now, let me just tell you, this book is available at Amazon.com. It's also available on barnesandnoble.com. And I couldn't put the links in there because, with Amazon, they're like 12 pages long for a link. But if you look up You're Not a Monkey, Billy, and if you just put in, I have here Susan Calloway Knowles because that's my full name. But if you just look at Susan Knowles, you'll find this book. We are seeing a lot of trying to pick my words here. We're seeing a lot of incidences where, in a library setting, for example, there are people who come in and influence your children. Have you ever noticed that in a library, the children are very young? The ones that are sitting around in that little reading circle with their little minds opened are very young. My book is for children like ages 4 through 11 or 12, okay? And some are going to understand the concept, some will understand the concept. But what the important key is here is teaching the children very young. Why do you think that different people dressed in different clothing, let's say, come into the libraries and teach your young children very, very early? And it's because they want to make a long lasting impression on your child. And if you're not doing it, someone else is doing it. Now, I have written 4 children's books, all with very positive messages. And if you go to Rumble, you'll see a little, like a little video of all my 4 books. This one deals with the issue that I'm kind of talking about here, where if people want your child to change from being A into change into being B. I think you're probably understanding what I'm saying in code, right? So this is a way of saying you're not a monkey, Billy, you're a giraffe. And it's something again that young kids will understand, and young kids will come to understand that they don't need to change. And although people are trying to get them to change and accept other things, they don't have to. That their happiness and everything else will be found in being who they are. They just have to learn about what that means and be accepting of themselves and not try to, let's say, transform, transition into other things that they're not. Hey, Barbara, how are you? So that's sort of my purpose in coming on today, that I wanted to tell you about my book. Again, it's available at Amazon.com or at BarnesandNoble.com. And it's entitled You're Not a Monkey, Billy. And if you just put in Susan Knowles, Knowles, you'll find the book. It'll pop up there. And if you're interested in getting it, please do. But, we always find that on the left, there are a ton of books for your kids to read in order to be changed into perhaps somebody that you don't want them to be changed into. Hey, Donald, how are you? And so, I'm on the other side trying to teach your children with your permission, which is not something we always see on the left. Um, Barbara said, "Great, I need a 7-year-old book this week." Cool, Barbara. Um, with your permission to look at the sort of your ideology, your morals, your ethics is what I'm trying to teach children, not what somebody else who may be in different clothing, let's say, sitting in a library trying to teach your children something that you don't want them to either be taught at an age inappropriate level or maybe never, right? And you should have the ability to do that. I know these days where, oh well, the children belong to everybody, they're not really your children, the state can have them and you just sit back and do nothing. And even in California now, there's a law that's pending that says at 12 years old, if this law passes, at 12 years old, your child can enter into a shelter so that they can be taken and, let's say, reformed into some other being, perhaps. Again, I'm speaking in code because of where this is being broadcast to. So, if you want to have a chance, an opportunity to have your children read something that will put them on the right track and perhaps keep them on the right track, then I would suggest this book. Again, I have 4 other books that are out there that teach your children the moral and ethics that and conservative values. So if that's what you're looking for, I think they'll really enjoy it. My first book, I think everybody loves that book, and it's called My Ears Are Not Like Yours, and it is about a dog. It's about a dog, but it's not about a dog. And it's something that will teach, again, it will teach your children the values that you want them taught. Good afternoon, Susan. I am at the gym now, but listen, Deb, good to see you. I had my walk this morning, so I got that in. I know Barbara works out every day, so she got hers in today, I'm sure. So again, if that's something that you want, your children, you can go there to barnesandnoble.com. The book is there. You're Not a Monkey, Billy. Billy spelled Billie. And also at Amazon.com. All my 4 books are on Amazon.com, but not all 4 books are on BarnesandNoble.com. Go figure. So I didn't put them there on Barnes and Noble. They came there because Barnes and Noble bought the books and they want to sell them. So anyway, I hope you enjoy that. I hope your children, your grandchildren enjoy the same ethics that you were brought up on and raised with. I have a book also. This one I never really talked that much about, but I think that you'll like this one too. Again, this one's called Button's Unexpected Journey Home. I just had it here. That's why I reached for it. My ears are not like yours, and a shoe for two. So anyway, go find those books. I think they'll make great gifts, and you don't even have to wait, right? You don't have to wait for a certain holiday. Buy them if you want them for the children that you care about. Ask your library to carry the book. That would be great. I can, they can get in touch with me. I can help them get that book in the library. I got my walk into over 8 miles. Wow, good, Chezzy. So there's endless possibilities where these books can end up. I sometimes I'll have an extra copy, and there's a little book nook, if you will, that's in a lake that I go to, and I leave a copy of my book. And I'm happy to say that by the next time I go, the book is gone, which means somebody's reading it. And all it takes is one book for one child to change a life in a positive way rather than in a negative way. So anyway, that's all I wanted to come on and say today. I will have more. I may be taking the gym off today for recovery. Yeah, I think you might need that, Chizzy. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the books. If you do get them, please, if you can leave me a great review, I would really appreciate it. And I'll be back probably next week. It's kind of hit and miss. I come on when I have something to talk about. My whole theme now is health and wellness. As any of you know that have been listening, I've lost 25 pounds. I work out every day. I eat well. I have ginger and turmeric shots that I take every day. Come on, Gracie's here. Um, and it's just a whole new path that I'm on. I feel amazingly better. Let me see if I can get Gracie. Come here, Grace. She's going to growl. She's going to growl. But anyway, and by the way, the book A Shoe for Two was fashioned a little bit after Gracie, the character in there. So she just growls. That's just who she is. But anyway, so I bought two of your books for my granddaughters. Oh, thank you, Deb. Thank you, thank you. And if you haven't left a review, please do. Oh, guys, make the ginger shots, people. They are awesome. I feel great. Listen, if you didn't get my ginger shots, I gave you the recipe for them. This is my recipe. I changed the recipe that I had gotten to make this taste really, really good. Something that you will want to take every day. People ask me, why do you make those shots? Why do you take them, the ginger and turmeric? They're so good for everything. Just look up the benefits of ginger and turmeric, and you'll see why I do it. And again, I've made them so that they taste really, really good. It's not something that you're going to have to hold your nose to take. Also, if you buy the shots, they come in like 2-ounce bottles, and they're at least 350. I think maybe 275 on sale. It's about the cheapest price I've ever found them. What I have for you, you can make 6 to 7 shots for the entire week, and it won't cost you very much. But all of the items in there are organic. Organic. Healthy is not a food choice. Healthy is a lifestyle. Chezzy said, I'm using this quote to build my business. Um, yeah, it's not about a diet. It's about a lifestyle change. And what's going to happen is you're going to feel a ton better. So again, next week we'll talk a little bit more about some things that I've been doing, some things that I feel that are instrumental, and how good I feel, and the changes that I've made, and I think they'll benefit you. As always, I'm not a doctor. I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you what's going to be successful for you, but I can tell you what I've done and what works for me and what has been absolutely wonderful. And if you happen to want to try them, you can. I don't sell supplements or anything like that. So, there's nothing, I'm not getting paid to say something about health and wellness when it comes to the foods and the ginger shots and all like that. I do get paid if you buy a book. I think you know that. So, and just so you know, the royalties aren't what you think they are. So, Amazon and Barnes and Noble get a lot of the profits. And I guess it's fair because they have to distribute them and print them out and stuff like that. So I get it. I get it. If I could print my own, I absolutely would. But anyway, I hope that you have a great day. I hope that you will have a great weekend. Again, my book, You're Not a Monkey, Billy. Just remember that. And teach your kids they're not who somebody else may want them to be. All right. So, everybody, thank you so much for coming in. Please share this if you will. God bless you. I'll see you again next